Friday morning to you. I am Heather Brown. This is CBS News Minnesota's morning update. So maybe you are headed to work. I don't know. It seems like not many of you work on Fridays here in Minnesota, so maybe you're headed out to the cabin. We have a baseball tournament going on this afternoon down in Prior Lake, so it's going to be a warm one. It's going to be humid out there, so those kids are going to need a lot of water if you are heading out to camp. Also going to need that sunscreen there. It's going to be muggy today, and that mugginess is going to continue here through the weekend, but today, kind of starting off nice this morning after some of that rain moved through. Then you get to 81 with the humidity by this afternoon. And then a nice night out there. So we are going to get you fully up to speed on all of this today. Let's start, though, with here. Good News Friday. We love to hear all the good stuff that's going on in your world. Maybe you do have the Friday off. Maybe you're on summer Fridays. Maybe you're heading out to the cabin. Maybe your kid just won their baseball tournament. We'd love to hear what's going on in your life with your world. I know there's a lot of weddings that are happening this summer. So if anybody's going to one or has a loved one or family member that's getting married, tell us about it. If you're watching here on Facebook, leave a comment. We'll read through a couple of those coming up in just a moment. First, though, let's get to the news. Still lots of unanswered questions this morning about why Minneapolis police officers shot and killed a man after a 6-hour standoff yesterday. Police have now identified that man as Andrew Tekel Sundberg, 20 years old. Now, all of this started around 9:30 on Wednesday night when a mother who lived in the apartment complex where Sundberg was, she was with her 2 young children. She called police to say that Sundberg was shooting into their apartment. So police say that they tried negotiating with Sundberg for 6 hours and even at one point brought his parents in to help there. But then at 4:30 yesterday morning, police shot Sundberg as he was standing in a window there. He was taken to the hospital where he died. Last night, people gathered for a vigil around this apartment complex. This is in the Seward neighborhood of Minneapolis. And this morning, what remains there is candles and his name on the sidewalk. Now, the city has shared the names of the 2 officers who were involved in this shooting. They are Aaron Pearson and Zachary Seraphin. We are working to learn more about their histories with the police department. The BCA also investigating this case. Community effort to honor a little boy after his death is moving forward. Family and friends have spent the past few weeks working to rename the Seton Channel Bridge in Mound. They want to rename it after Eli Hart, calling it the Eli Hart Memorial Bridge. You may remember back in June, Orono police found that little 6-year-old boy shot to death in the trunk of a car that his mother was driving. Well, the Mound City Council worked with Hennepin County on this memorial, and they voted to put it up there. Eli's mother, Lisa Thaler, does face murder charges in Eli's death. On the other side of the country now, this is a wild story. A historic drug bust in California. 1 million pills containing fentanyl was seized by the feds. Well, look at that. This is the largest confiscation of fentanyl pills the DEA has ever made in California. The idea was that they were supposed to be sold on the street. And with fentanyl, you could have caused countless deaths here. The DEA special agent in charge says that they were conducting a federal investigation of high-level Mexican-based drug organizations. This is when they learned, though, of a large number of fake oxycodone pills that were being stored at a house in Inglewood.
Now, when you put this in perspective, probably just 2 years ago, in a whole year, we may seize that many fentanyl pills. And now to see it in one day, in one location in the Southland here, it's a little scary.
It's a lot scary there. The pills have an estimated street value of between $15 and $20 million. Let's talk about this now because it is Good News Friday. So we do have some good news if you're heading up north. Maybe you're going to Mille Lacs this weekend, dropping in a line. No need to panic, though, if you're bringing a walleye, because starting tomorrow, the walleyes can be caught and released. Any people who are out there fishing out of Mille Lacs know that walleye were off limits over the past 2 weeks up there, and that's because the DNR was trying to manage the walleye population. We've seen it go back and forth up on this lake and lakes across Minnesota. A catch and release season does run through the end of August, and then in September, you are able to take 1 acceptable walleye home with you. So maybe you're not fishing this weekend, but you're looking for something fun to do. Head up north to the Duluth Air Show. This thing is so cool. It takes flight tomorrow and Sunday. It's going to be at the Duluth International Airport. I mean, they got the Thunderbirds up there from the Air Force. I mean, you could feel those in your heart there. It isn't just, though, for aircraft enthusiasts. The history buffs are going to love this air show, too. They got 15 acts here, a historic World War II plane. They got stuff for the kids. They got food. It's a good time.
It wasn't doing area bombing. It was designed for other missions, and it was constantly being adapted for missions throughout the war. Our mission is to educate and to inspire and to honor, to help that next generation understand what the generations before us did for us and the freedoms that we have today.
Absolutely. Mission also, though, is to see really cool planes flying in the sky there. Tickets are available still to this air show. $25 if you're older than 16. Kids are $12. Okay, we want to talk about today's talker. We want to talk about the good news. And let's see what you are saying to us. Sam is headed up to Duluth this weekend. You'll probably be able to see the air show. It's the Bayfront Reggae World Fest. So, cool. Have fun. Safe travels up there. Becca, going to try and head over to Como Zoo today, right? Today's probably a good day to do. Just bring the sunglasses, bring the sunscreen. Deborah celebrating her last day of work. Deborah, congratulations. Hopefully you're retiring and sailing off into the sunset. Vacation time. There you go. For 8 weeks. Sounds simply magical. Best time of year, I would say, in Minnesota to take it. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for sharing what's going on in your world. We love to hear it. This is your morning update from CBS News Minnesota. Great to be with you here on this Friday. We'll see you back here Monday at 7:30.